Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network. Welcome to Gun Sports Radio, all about shooting, hunting, self-defense, and more. Now, here are the hosts of Gun Sports Radio, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Gun Sports Radio in the house, show 45. I'm Dave.
I'm Lance.
And we are going to have ourselves a ton of fun. Hey, we have got a brand new website up and running, gunsportsradio.com. You have to check that rascal out. It is phenomenal. And I have to say, we have an extremely special guest in the house. We have Veronica Garlow.
Yes, we do.
All the way from Gun Range San Diego.
Yeah, the boss
she
woman.
She normally works 7 days a week. I don't know how you got her away. You had to peel her fingers off of the door handle, I'm telling you. So we're going to be chatting with her later on. But we are going to have ourselves a phenomenal show. Again, Gun Range San Diego, 7853 Balboa Avenue, 7 days a week, 10 to 10. It is truly the Nordstroms of gun ranges. If you don't believe it, go down and check it out. The place is spotless, and they have all the help you could ever want. If you don't know anything at all about guns, maybe you're scared to death, you go down there, see Manny, see Veronica, see Hollywood. The whole crew down there will pull you in and take care of you like family. Special deals all week going. I can't give them all to you, so just go to gunrangesandiego.com. You can see Monday specials, Tuesday specials, girls specials, gay, you name it. And they've got a club you can join. And if you do that, the benefits are absolutely off the chart. Lance belongs. Mike belongs. I haven't got down there yet. I'm still working on it, but I'm telling you the truth. I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it. Gun Range San Diego. Go to gunrangesandiego.com. Hey, Mike. How the heck you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. How are you?
How's your back?
It's hanging in there.
Don't be telling me a lie now. So, hey, what do you got on the charge for us today?
We have a very special guest. His name is Brandon Lane. He is a city council member from the city of Murrieta, which is up in Riverside. He actually started out in the private sector. He decided to get into public service and was a field rep for Assemblyman Kevin Jeffries, who's an A-rated, NRA A-rated assembly member, was in the assembly. Mm-hmm. And now he is the one of the city council members for the city of Murrieta since 2008. Are you on the line with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Hey, Brandon, how are you doing, sir? Dave Stahl here.
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We are doing phenomenal.
Fantastic. Now, the reason we have him on, the reason we have you on this week is to talk about something that Murrieta did real recently, and you guys have decided to start issuing concealed weapon permits through your chief of police, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And what did what made Murrieta decide to start issuing?
Well, I decided that I wanted to get a CCW and went through the sheriff's department. And the process of going through the sheriff's department at the time was about a year out for an interview, just to start the process. And now I believe the time frame is about 18 months just to get that first interview. Our police chief, Sean Haddon, had gotten some requests, and we did not have a policy on it. And so I'd asked him, what his thoughts were on starting to hand out CCWs. His concern was the time frame, the resources it would take, and the finances. So I asked him to bring back a report. I got a consensus from our council for him to bring back a report on the issuance of CCWs. His initial thought process was, this is going to take too much, time, resources, and money, and we're probably not going to do it. But after going through the process, they had 3 candidates that they just looked at the different options of being able to issue the CCWs. And what they realized is that they could outsource some of these requirements of doing background checks, doing a psych, which we require through our CCW process. And then after doing 3 of them in the time frame that we had given them, they came back and said it took less than a month. And so he came back with the recommendation that we move forward with issuing the CCWs. Our council council agreed. And so now we are doing that, and we've already had a few go through the process, and it takes about 3 weeks from the city of Murrieta, from the time you go online, fill out the application to the time you get your CCW. We've seen about a 3 to 4 week turnaround, and you're done. Which
is amazingly fast. Now, when you guys were getting this through the council, was there a lot of resistance? Was there a lot of support, or how did it go?
There was no resistance, and there was a lot of support, and so we felt good about it. I think our council felt good about it. Whether we were going to get a lot of support or resistance on it, I know that our council believes that people should have the right to carry if they go through the process, and so we wanted to make that process available to them.
So there's a couple of things I wanted to ask about your specific process, because there are a couple of cities here in San Diego. I don't know if you're aware, but it's extremely difficult to get a CCW through our San Diego sheriff. So there actually are a couple of cities who are looking at issuing through their police chief for a little bit different reason than you guys. It's not so much of a backlog as much as it is an access issue. So I just wanted to ask a couple of things and get down into the weeds a little bit. What for your police department? I looked online and it wasn't really crystal clear. What fulfills the requirement of good moral character? What are you guys looking for?
Well, we're looking for someone that doesn't have a criminal background. We're looking for someone that has been in the communities, that doesn't have any issuance with our code enforcement, our police department, and so we're looking for those people who basically have a good clean background.
Okay, good. And specifically regarding the requirement of good cause, what would your police chief accept for good cause specifically?
Well, and I've not had that specific conversation with him, but I can tell you that there are, hey, I want to be able to carry a gun. Okay, well, that's not really just a good enough reason just to say I have to carry a gun. I mean, there are people. I'll give you an example. There's a couple of people I know. One guy owns some rentals in some different communities, and so he's out going and picking up rent checks and cash and checks and things like that. And so he basically has that concern of when he's out and about. In my opinion, that would suffice for a good reason to carry a CCW. And so I think my chief is looking for good reasons other than I want to carry a gun. There has to be a reason why you are carrying a weapon.
So, I mean, a general statement of self-defense, personal protection, would that be good enough for good cause?
I think there needs to be some reasoning behind that, but I think that self-defense is a legitimate reason to have it. But there needs to be, I guess, some reasoning why. Why are you in situations where you need that? But our chief is pretty open to those discussions and reasons why.
In general, would you say you guys are looking to issue to qualified applicants and not looking to be a roadblock? Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you a question. Since you've done this, I mean, let's face it, you've put Murrieta on the map. Have you had any other cities, mayors within the state of California contact you to see how this program's working?
Yes, I sit on. I represent the city to the League of California Cities, so I interact with a lot of different council members and mayors throughout California, and I've gotten a couple of phone calls and have had some discussions. And hey, what was your thought process? Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing. It was nothing negative. It was just, I think most people rely upon the sheriff, and the sheriff does a good job with the resources they have. But when you're in a county of 2.5 million people, obviously not all of them wanting to get a CCW, but you have a lot of people in Riverside County, and you have limited resources with the sheriff department. It's gonna create a backlog, and so I've talked with other mayors, other council members, and just kind of walked them through the process that we went through, just like I told you at the beginning of the call, of why we did it and the direction we went. And so far, I've not heard of any negativity through this process.
Now, your sheriff is Sheriff Stan Sniff, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you feel that would there be anybody that your police chief would approve for a CCW that Sheriff Sniff wouldn't?
No, I can't think of anybody. I know Stan is a good guy, and I think we're looking along the same lines. I mean, there's one extra step that we require that's not required at the sheriff, and that's a psych evaluation.
I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Yeah,
we're taking one extra step, but I can't think of anybody that my chief would approve. That Sheriff Sniff wouldn't approve.
So that is one more step, and it's not really spelled out by penal code, by state law, and I noticed that is a little bit different. And just a couple questions on that. How does one go about getting a psych evaluation? I don't think that's a standard service, or what's the requirement there? What are people actually doing when they're getting a psych evaluation?
There's basically a written and oral test. That is given, same as if when you go through going through the police academy or sheriff academy, that you go through that same type of psych evaluation, and we require it.
And so that psych evaluation is the exact same one that police officers and sheriff's deputies.
I don't know that it's the exact same one, but we're using the same resources that we do when our guys are when we have officers that are coming on to the Murrieta Police Department, we're pretty much putting them through that same process. So I apologize. I don't know if that's the exact same one, but it is one that is similar to that.
And what made you guys decide to put that, make that a part of the process if it's not a part of the process for the county and it's not required by state law? What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, here's the thing: I tell people all the time, just because I'm an elected official doesn't make me the smartest person in the room. It means that maybe I worked a little bit harder than the next guy. But I've got to put my trust and my faith in my police, whether it's my police chief, my fire chief, when it comes to public safety. And so, for my police chief, it was something that made him feel better by taking this extra step. And quite frankly, you're moving the time frame from 18 months for a first interview to having a CCW within 3 to 4 weeks,
which is much appreciated, and that's very, very. And it's an outstanding service that you guys offer by the city, and I really much appreciate it.
Yeah, and Randon, what we'll probably do is we want to stay in touch with you and kind of follow how it goes throughout the year, for the city of Murrieta, because let's face it, you're the first city that I'm aware of that's doing this. And it took somebody to come out and break the ice, so to speak. So we totally applaud you for what you're doing, and hopefully we'll be able to keep track of it and stay in touch with you. And hopefully everybody won't be moving to Murrieta next Thursday. Because I know they're...
Well, I appreciate it, and yes, feel free to follow up. What's interesting is sometimes you go through this process and you look at how things are being done, and sometimes I think we get caught into the rut of we do things because that's the way that they've always been done. Mm-hmm. So moving this, and being the first city, hey, great, I'm glad that we're the first city, but I hope that we're not the only city that goes through this process and allows their police chief to issue the CCW. Just because, quite frankly, I think if there are good citizens who want to have the right to carry, they should have that right to carry. And as long as they're going through a process and they're showing good cause and there's no issue as far as psych evaluations, that type of thing, I believe that people should have the right to carry.
Yeah, totally agree. Randon, thank you very much. I got a feeling you're going to be the next governor because we can sure use somebody like you up in Sacramento. You don't have to say nothing. I'm just throwing that plug out there for you, brother.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate the time. I appreciate you guys following the story and putting it out there. And again, I'm happy to talk with you whenever the opportunity arises.
Sounds great.
Great. Thank you for being on.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
and we will definitely be talking to you down the road. Folks, we're going to take a small break. When we come back, John Dillon is on the line. Triton Gunsmithing. Want to thank them for all their support. Go to TritonGunsmithing.com for all your gun needs when it comes to repair. All right, we'll be right back. This is Gun Sports Radio.
AM 1170, The Answer.
All right, folks, Gun Sports Radio in the house. I'm Dave. He's Lance. And we have had a wild show so far, but right now it's going to get wilder. Why? Because John Dillon from Gatsky, Dillon and Balance, your only gun attorney, on the line. Tons and tons of news. cafirearmslaw.com, cafirearmslaw.com. How you doing, John?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Not too bad. What's kicking with you?
Well, I got a bit of news. It's unfortunately not good news. But
you stop that. You got to start giving us good news.
We're in California. It may be a while before I start handing out some good news. And then we also have some questions that were submitted through my website to be asked on the radio. So we're going to cover those and answer some questions that people have.
Excellent. What you got?
So first of all, our wonderful Senate, California Senate Committee has passed SB 497. This is the new measure that will limit the ability to buy more than one firearm per month. To just recap on that, currently the law states that you can only buy one handgun per 30 days, so one handgun per month in California. This has been the law for a couple years now. However, if you wanted to buy a long gun, meaning a rifle or a shotgun, that wasn't limited or restricted in any way, so you could buy as many as you wanted each year. This new legislation is going to limit that, and so far it's making its way through our legislature, and they're passing it. And basically it says that we'll expand the law to include all firearms, and so you'll only be allowed to buy one firearm per month, meaning a total of 12 guns in a year. I know some people may consider that just, whoever buys 12 guns in a year. Well, there's a lot of people who collect these things. There's a lot of people who just like to have all different kinds of guns. So, buying 12 in a year is not that crazy. But that is now going to the Assembly of Public Safety for another review and vote. So people need to pay attention to this and really call your representatives and tell them to vote no, because right now it's getting a lot of yes votes.
John, this is Lance. Veronica Garlow's here also, and we were talking about that just before we went on the air. Veronica, you wrote to Senator Joel Allen, and Anderson.
I did. I want to let him hear my opinion. Us lawyers love talking about our opinions, so I thought he would love to hear from me. I was so pleasantly surprised. A couple days ago, I received a letter back in the mail that not only had Joel received my email regarding SB 497. He printed it out, he highlighted it, and he wrote me a personal message saying, "Thank you so much for reaching out to me. This is an extremely important issue for me. This is how I'm voting. I'm happy to support your Second Amendment rights." And it was so important to know that our representatives are listening to us. They are contacting us back. So it's so important for us to continue to reach out. Even when you think they're not listening, they actually are. And you will never, ever hear back or get through if we don't try.
Right. And that is so, so important, because we can always sit back and say, they're just not doing their job. Well, you got to do your job, too. If you're not voicing your opinion, they're not going to know what we're thinking. They can think they think what we're thinking, but they really don't know until we respond back.
And Mr. Dillon, who should the people be getting hold of? Which representative to voice their opinion?
To voice your opinion, well, it depends on where you're living in California. But
the senator or
literally call them all.
Yeah.
Call everybody. Make your opposition known. Complaining on your Facebook status, I know it's really popular, but that doesn't get anything done. You really got to, send that email in, make a phone call. It takes 10 minutes out of your day, and it does get heard. They do collect this information, and if they just get bombarded with, opposition when it comes to this measure, maybe even a Democrat will change their vote if they get, thousands and thousands of people saying don't vote yes on this. So,
yeah, it's easy for someone to go to a website, go to Google and Google whoever their state assembly member is or senator, so and put in their address, find out who it is, and then usually there's a link right there, and they could just say a few words, and it makes a difference because it shows up on the reports.
Mm-hmm. So continue to pay attention to this, guys. It's SB 497. This is going to be a big thing because this is a significant law that's going to have a big effect on how people purchase firearms in California and how they're going to be limited in doing so.
And that goes for the lower receivers also, because I was buying 5 and 15 at a time, so that's going to be out the window. And also
firearms.
Yep.
So it's really big. And personally, I know someone who just bought someone's collection. It was a private sale. They went through the background check and everything, but a guy was getting rid of his handgun collection.
Oh.
The person said, "Hey, you know what? I'll buy it all."
Think about that. Wow.
And so he bought, a lot of guns in one background check in one instance. But with this new law passing, that's not going to be the case. So this is something that you got to consider and oppose. But the other thing I wanted to go over is we got 2 questions from some residents in San Diego. And really quickly, I'll go through the disclaimer that this is not legal advice, their opinions, and you're responsible for the following the laws in California or consulting an attorney formally. But here we go. So Kelly from Escondido wants to know what happens if someone has firearms, including a pistol that is off-roster, and they move to California. Can they bring it with them? All right, so this is a big question. People will move to California through various reasons, including jobs and just personal decisions, but in other states, there's a lot less restrictive laws, so you can have guns that you can't have in California. Specifically, off-roster guns, we all know that we have the California roster of certified handguns. This tells you what guns you're allowed to buy from dealers in California. So if you're moving to California and you have a gun that is quote-unquote off-roster, a pistol that's off-roster, that's okay. You can still bring in California with you. The thing you have to pay attention to, within 60 days of moving into California, you have to complete and submit the new resident report of firearm ownership form. This is on the DOJ website. Google DOJ firearms. They have a forms link. You can download that form and fill it out. Basically, you just have to put all your firearms identification characteristics, the make, model, color, serial number, submit a check for $19, and report all your firearms that you're bringing in the state, and that's it. You're done. As long as you do that within 60 days, you're good to go, and there's no issue. You can bring an off-roster gun into California when you're moving here. The big thing you have to be careful with is assault weapons. So under the new laws, we have very specific legislation that tells you what's an assault weapon and what's not. In other states, they don't even know what this term is because it doesn't exist. So if you're bringing a rifle that, an AR-style rifle, an AK-style rifle into California, before you come into California, before you move into California, you need to configure that rifle or shotgun to where it has a fixed magazine, it's featureless, or you have to sell it to someone outside of California before you come into the state. So that's the big thing you got to pay attention to when it comes to rifles and shotguns. Make sure they're not assault weapons. You cannot bring those into California.
Wow. All right. So, John, if people want to send you more questions, how do they go about it?
Yeah, you can just go on to cafirearmslaw.com. We have a contact us link where you can submit emails at any time and ask us a question. We'll be happy to answer it.
Super. All right. Well, hey, great having you on. As always, one of these days we've got to get you back in studio.
Sounds good.
If nothing else, come get your tractor.
That's perfect.
All right, buddy. Again, folks, Gasky, Dillon, and Balance. Go to www.cafirearmslaw.com for questions, information, like I said, or you can always go to their website as well. And that is, again, I'm sure is, what is your website?
cafirearmslaw.com.
That's what I already said. 760-431-9501 if you don't have a computer. All right, buddy, take care. Get out there and mow the lawn.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, we're going to take a small break. When we come back, we got Veronica in the house. She will be taking Hollywood's place. That'll be a tough job to do, but I'm sure she can handle it. Also, you can always listen to us on AM 1170, The Answer app on your phone, or iHeart is what I've been told is by far the easiest way to listen.
It is easy.
Gun Sports Radio. We'll be right back.
1170. The Answer.
All right, hey folks, Gun Sports Radio, alive and well right here on AM 1170. And this segment is brought to you by the good folks at Gun Range San Diego, 7853 Balboa Avenue in San Diego, 10 to 10, 7 days a week. GunRangeSanDiego.com. You can find out anything and everything you want to know about the range, everything from schedules to discounts to benefits. They have specials every single week at Gun Range San Diego, so you truly need to check this place out. Right now, Hollywood would normally be in the house, but we've got Veronica in the house instead. How you doing, kid?
Great. How are you guys?
We are so thrilled to have you on radio, I got to tell you.
Thank you.
All right, Lance, she's all yours.
Well, we're
nice.
So happy to have you. And normally we talk about specials and stuff like that. So what would you like to talk about?
Oh, I'm ready. I don't have any of the Joe-isms or the accent or the hat, but you got me here. We have been so busy, and we've been having so much fun the last couple of weeks. We run those incredible specials on both the Glocks and the Springfields.
Yep.
And now I've got 3 more that are super awesome. And what I love about this is, honestly, it's just meeting all the people who are coming in, taking advantage of maybe purchasing their first firearm. We love to help them. It's fantastic. And the 3 that I have featured this week are absolutely perfect to do that. The first is going to be our Glock 19. We are still running a special on those because Joe ordered a lot. I'm just kidding, but we've got a few left. We're still doing that at the below price. We're usually only allowed to advertise those for $4.99, which is our everyday low price. We're actually doing those at $4.69 still.
Wow.
So I'm not even allowed to put that in writing, but I can tell you that over the air. So we're super excited about that. That's tried and true, going to work every time. Wonderful, wonderful gun, whether you're a beginner or just adding to your collection. It works every time. The second would be my personal favorite, and we have the Browning 1911. This is going to be chambered in .22 LR.
Oh, wow.
This one is so awesome. This is the first gun. You guys know I'm new to this sport, so I'm constantly learning, which is so neat. There's so much to learn. So this is the first gun that I actually learned to rack the slide on. It's a smaller frame. It was totally accessible for me, and it gave me confidence. So I actually have this gun in a 380 myself, but we are blowing out the .22 cal at $4.69 this week. You will not see that anywhere else. They won't last. I put one on the range side. It is one of my most popular rentals for newer shooters, families. I start a lot of the younger shooters on this gun. It's flawless, and I have a whole group of retirees who come in all week long, and they just blink away with this awesome .22. So that's a really nice way to get your hands on a 1911. Super great price point on that.
And I also remember you telling me about that and also how reliable it is, and I looked it up. So that Browning 1911 is built specifically to handle the .22 little shell because there's not a lot of powder in that thing to blow back the slide.
Sure.
This thing doesn't jam. I have a couple of .22 semi-automatics, and I don't use them because they just jam all the time. I just use the 9, but that Browning .22 is fabulous.
It's flawless. It's perfect, and it has a pretty little deer on it that I love.
There you go.
So you get yourself a Browning for under $500.
And it's in the rental fleet.
It is. So come
That's
try it first, and I know you're going to love it, and then you're going to want one. So we will happily do that for you. Wow. And then lastly would be one of the Italian models, the ever-popular Murrieta. We've got the PX4, your choice, 9mm or in 40 cal, $529 this week. Wow. So awesome deals. Honestly, the employees down there that I have, they are the stars of the show. They are fantastic. They'll walk you through from start to finish, and they'll be happy to hook you up with any one of these specials. So come see us. And real quick, Father's Day next weekend.
Yeah.
Excellent, choice of a gift. Or consider one of our memberships. Those are fantastic deals, and honestly, Dad will love that and be able to use that all year long. And bring your family. Come see me. I'll be there next Sunday. I'm so excited. Happy Father's Day to my hubby, Justin.
Yep.
best dad around. We're so lucky to have him.
Yes, you are. Now, talk about some of the things that, besides, shooting guns and all that, some of the packages that you have for potential, club owners, I guess you could say.
Yeah, our memberships. Our memberships are honestly the best deal in town. If you come twice a month, that's the tipping point. You've more than paid for it already. It gets you unlimited access into the range. Some of the packages, they increase with privileges just based on the level that you get. Some get you a free guest, gun rentals included, front of the line privileges. Come on down. We will fit you with what's right for you. And then the other neat thing is we let you pay in full for a discount, or we let you break it up into monthly fees. So for $22 a month,
oh my goodness,
that's less than 2 range fees. You can be a member, get all of those perks, discounts on everything in the store, and then member-exclusive specials as well. So we love our members. We love our customers. We're happy to be here. Come see us. We want to meet you.
Yeah.
And gun cleaning, too. Don't
gun cleanings. I know.
That's
Lance's favorite.
Yes.
Favorite.
Yes. No,
that's why he's on the top ring membership.
He is, and he has been one of our original members. I will say our membership prices are going to increase in about a month. So if you are considering it, please come on down, and I'd be happy to hook you up with that.
Yeah. And it's a minimum of $22 a month?
$22 a month, yeah.
All the way up to Lance's life.
Yeah, we have all the way up to the platinum membership. We have several members who are in that category, and they take great advantage of it. They bring family in all the time. They bring business associates. It's fun, and we get to know you by on a first name basis.
Well, aren't you starting to see more and more businesses coming in for like team building or team bonding? They'll actually come in and rent the range and have a day of it.
100%. Team building, church groups. We have an awesome CrossFit place around the corner. They come regularly.
Really?
It's awesome. And it's just getting to meet our community, our members. I want to do a little shout out to Chris Kate, our council member. We are having an event next Monday, the day after Father's Day, June 19th. Please come see us. We are so happy to support him. This is going to be at 5:00 p.m. And we're doing a fundraising event for him. He's been incredibly supportive of our Second Amendment rights. He came to the San Diego County Gun Owners Dinner to show his support. So we'll be there. I will be there personally Monday, June 19th, 5 p.m. We will be taking donations to help in his campaign. San Diego County gun owners will be there. So we're super excited to be able to do this. So I would really look forward to meeting everybody.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity to meet Chris Kate, who's been on our show twice already. And he's a huge supporter of gun rights here in San Diego. So I encourage all of our listeners to get down there at Gun Range San Diego and support Chris and support Gun Range. We have to support these folks because if they are the ones who are going to help us keep our rights, restore our rights. He's a big champion for us. So these are the things that we're able to do in our smaller circles that Lance says that can effectuate change. And this is, if we were talking a little bit earlier about reaching out to elected officials, if the first time your elected official hears from you is a letter out of the blue, it's a lot less effective than if they've met you in person. Mm-hmm. So if you really, really want response from the people that represent you, come down, meet him, support him, shake his hand, tell him thanks, and then when issues come up, then when you're not a stranger, he'll know who you are. Right, you're not a stranger, and he'll know that you're serious and that you're backing him for a reason, and you're just not fly by night. There you go. Yeah, it's a good idea. Plus, and again, Father's Day is coming up, next Sunday, and what a great place to go, Gun Range San Diego. And you're open for all the stuff you guys have. Those gun totes and all that great stuff. If you don't know what to get, dad or father or whatever, there you go. We've got the gift cards, any value that you want. We have those beautiful Pelican gun cases. I've got a whole stack of them right now on sale. That is a beautiful gift to give. But just come on down. We're open 10 to 10 every day. Father's Day, we will be open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Right. Dad, bring your family. Family, bring your dads. It's going to be a party. Make reservations for. We do reservations for groups of 8 or more. Okay. Otherwise, it's a walk-in basis. Okay. But we will happily sign you up, get you out there as quickly as you can, and then you just get to hang out with me all day in the meantime. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, like you said,
Don't you have some kind of a game or something that you have in the waiting room?
The video game.
The video game?
Oh, yeah.
Talks about
I've been
that.
hearing a lot about that thing. I think that's keeping your employees busy.
Oh, I think so. I think they're probably the biggest users of this game. It's the police trainer game, the old school, the old arcade style game. That's a lot of fun to play while you wait. And then, of course, since I have, I'm there, I have all my sporting events on the TVs. So
Sure.
we can cheer together, have fun, wait. These guys will happily show you our guns, the specials, talk to you about any questions that you may have, and you'll have a wonderful time on the range.
Your staff, I think, would rather educate than sell.
Absolutely.
I think the selling actually is a byproduct. Because I've been down there. I can't tell you how many times. And you could just hear them. I mean, they're just so enthusiastic about what they're telling that customer, whether it be a gun law, whether it be talking about a particular firearm. And I've watched them call John Dillon right there on hold on a second. Let me call John. Okay, you're right. Yeah, what I told you was correct. I mean, and that's the other thing, too. You guys just don't throw it out there. You make sure whatever you tell the public is right.
Yes, we want to be accurate.
Yes.
We want to teach new shooters, people who maybe this is their first time in a gun store. We built it for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, I want you to be comfortable when you come in. That's why it looks like a winery inside.
I told you it's a Nordstrom's of gun ranges.
That's what we want. And we just want to encourage new shooters, new people, make you feel more comfortable, less intimidating, because it is an intimidating thing if you've never done it before. And it is so fun to see the joy on people's faces after they come off of the range. They've got their targets. They're super excited, taking pictures. And, that's just because they were able to be set up with a range safety officer. Those guys are phenomenal out there. Yeah. They'll take you through step one all the way through, and people almost always come back. It's fantastic.
Well, you all can tell Veronica's not very passionate about gun range San Diego. And, folks, you will see here when the doors open. You can see him when the doors closed. That lady is on the floor. So don't be embarrassed to come up, say hi to her. And trust me, she's just as sharp as all the rest of the folks in the Gun Range San Diego as well. GunRangeSanDiego.com, GunRangeSanDiego.com. Please check them out. Support them. Join the club. And go down and have some fun. That's what this show is all about. Go down and have some fun. All right, we're going to take a small break. When we come back, who we got coming up?
We've got Jordan
Richborg.
That's right. Yeah, and he's the manager at 511 Tactical in Oceanside. They just opened the store a few months ago.
Absolutely. And also, if you're looking for some clothing, 511 Tactical, Lance and I are all decked out. I think we love our clothes more than we love anything else. And with that being said, don't forget Captain Joe Green's Can Lockers. Go to www.canlockers.com. Canlockers.com. It's the greatest way to secure your ammo and your weapons. Check these guys out. We'll be right back right here on AM 1170. This is The Answer.
AM 1170. The Answer.
All right, folks, welcome back to Gun Range San Diego right here on AM 1170. The Answer. This segment was brought to you by Trident Gunsmithing. You need to get that gun fixed? Hey, check out TridentGunsmithing.com, 858-577-0576. They'll take care of all your gun needs. Dan in there is an absolute wizard. He's rebuilt mics and lances and just about everybody's. Amazing place. All right, who we got? We got Jordan Richborg on the line. Hey, Jordan, how are you doing, bud? Jordan.
Yeah, all good. Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. 10-4, Roger Wilco, over and out. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, we couldn't be having any more fun if we tried. Are you kidding? This is Gun Sports Radio. How bad could that be?
That's right.
All right, so you're a guest of, I guess, Lance?
Well, I asked Jordan to come on because, of course, all of us are big fans of 511 Tactical. And, Jordan, you guys just opened that store up there. So what would you tell people about, why would they want to go into a 511 Tactical store? What would bring them in there?
Well, we sell premium tactical gear and accessories. So we're built on a foundation of durability, quality, and value. We're leading the industry in delivering functional, innovative gear head to toe. We have everything that you need to go to the range to be an everyday carry type of guy. If you're a concealed carry, we've got you covered. We've got everything that you need when it comes to shooting or accessories and all that functionality.
All right, but I got a problem. I wear all your gear. I wear your shoes. I wear your pants. I wear your I don't go to the range. Do I have to give it all back? Do I have to sell it? What's the deal? Because for general casual wear, I pitch your stuff to people. If you want a good pair of pants that fit with a little elastic on the top just for you know why, and shirts that got neat little pockets for you know what, I mean, your clothing, and by the way, that shirt that you guys sell that breathes, that you can see through?
Yep.
OMG. I'm telling you, man, I do a lot of live lots for KUSI, and I have to stand out in the super hot. I wear those shirts underneath my sports coat, and I'm telling you, man, wherever you came up with that idea, my only complaint is, do you make them for girls? Because my wife is not happy that she doesn't have a girl's shirt that breathes like that.
I currently don't have that for women, but it's dissolved yarn, which is this crazy technology that we came up with. And like an acid wash, and then the yarn dissolves out, and then leaving this very stretchable and flexible material that is very breathable. It's amazing.
You don't even know you're wearing it. You don't even know you have a shirt on. That's the trippy thing.
Super, super lightweight.
And I have to say this before I let you go. Hats off to the fact that you sponsor Xfinity, truck racing, and NHRA. And I've only found all that by accident, and I take pictures of every time I see a driver with your gear on or with your logo, and I send it right to Lance.
He does every time.
There's a lot more than that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I just can't sit in front of the TV that long, I don't think.
It just goes on. And with Father's Day coming up, what do you got? Do you guys have a special or something?
So right now we've got a 20% off everything in the store. That's including third party until the 18th of this month.
Okay.
And with that, you get a free Masters of the Grill apron, which is with a $200 purchase or more. And this thing is super awesome. So it's Teflon coated for spill resistance. It's got an adjustable neck and waist strap, and it's patch compatible. And even cool thing for you guys sitting on the couch, I've got a beer bottle opener that comes with it.
Justin needs one of those.
Oh, he totally does.
We got to get Justin one of those. That is absolutely amazing. Well, you know, now people can go on the website, you know, and take a look at all your gear, 511tactical.com. Otherwise, you go into the store, you might as well.
I encourage people, just go to the store. Go up to Oceanside and just try the stuff on before you go on the website, and go talk to Jordan. He's got a great staff up there, right, Jordan? And just let the staff just talk and show you around the store.
Hey, tell them about those special patches that you have.
So I've got a lot of patches, so you have to narrow that one down.
Well, just you give away one every month.
You buy so much, but tell the folks, what are those patches? Because there's a whole rack of them, then you have your own specialty patches, but what do the other patches represent?
So we have a patch of the month, which is an exclusive buy. So with $125 or more purchase, you get a free patch of the month. So you cannot buy these. They're very exclusive, and they all have a deep meaning behind it. So right now we're doing one for women's rights and women's voting, and before that, we did one on segregation of the Marines, and all of them have like this deep meaning behind it, and we give those to you, and no, you can't buy them.
That's cool. Wow, that is so cool. And customer service, man, I got to tell you, because I was in there, and, you know, I didn't know what I was looking for, but, you know, your folks grabbed a hold of me, and next thing I know, you know, I walked out the door just thrilled. I mean, I've got a pair of high-top boots that, gosh, I just love those things, and I never thought I would buy a pair of high-top boots, but unbelievable products. Seriously. But you got to work on the shirts.
Well, you know, one of the cool things about the shop is they have a lot of stuff that you don't want. You won't order off the internet because you want to hold it and see it and stuff. And not just the clothes, but
I call those smalls.
Yeah, like the little
knives,
and flashlights and tools,
sunglasses,
and little mounts for your phone and stuff like that. That I see it on the internet and I'm like, I'm not going to wear that. But you can go put your hands on it on 511 and see, okay, this is cool.
And every kind of bag for every kind of whatever it is that you need, you know, utility bags for carrying gear, what have you.
Exactly.
No, I mean it is amazing, and they have a sale table just in case for somebody out there that's frugal.
You got it.
You know, I mean it's a one-stop shop. Now, how many days a week are you guys open?
We're open 7 days a week, and that's one of the biggest advantages of shopping at one of our 2 stores in San Diego is that you can actually touch it and try it on, talk with our customer service reps, and let them put you in the right gear for the application.
Yeah. What's your address?
Yeah, what's your address?
So my San Diego location right off the 8 is 1257 Camino del Rio South. It's right across the Mission Valley Mall. And then my store in Oceanside is 3186 Vista Way. It's the Suite 100. It's the old Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea where that is.
I know exactly where it's at.
Highway 78.
He had to say that, didn't he?
So out of the 2 stores, which one's the best?
Oh, come on.
I just
Oh,
had
man, that's a tough one. I actually came from the San Diego store, and then I went to Oceanside. So
That's great, man.
They're both my families.
All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on. And,
Absolutely.
Leah, the big boss woman over there, please tell her Louise said hello. And, we're big supporters. We hope to have you back on again soon.
Hey, we'd like to get you in studio sometime, Jordan, and then you can get the experience of what it's like to put a set of headphones on and go crazy.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Keep up the good work. Your product is phenomenal, and go work on that shirt, that breathable shirt, because Veronica was giving me the eye when I said it.
Oh, yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah, she knows about them, too. All right, buddy. Thank you, and take care.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Hey, real quick, I was give a shout out to Cross Armory, the folks up in Carlsbad. So for those of us who eventually, with our AR-15s, we don't want to declare them as assault deals. You have to break open the upper. They've got this amazing product for that. We're going to have them on the show here. I think it's on the 25th. It's an amazing product. I picked that up. I took it over to Trident Gunsmithing and put it on one of the sisters, and the boys at Trident went crazy loving that thing too. So you'll be able to get it at Trident, but just a heads up, it's a great alternative for this lousy law that's coming. Real quick here. So just thought I'd give a shout out.
Laws. Can you believe it? Hey, talk about San Diego County gun owners, $10 a month.
$10 a month, and we're for
wow.
June, July, and August. We're doing a membership drive. So if you are a San Diego County Gun Owners member and you refer somebody and get them to sign up as a member, then you get entered into a drawing that we're going to have. The grand prize is a Mossberg 590, but then we're going to have prizes for the top 5 recruiters too, and we're having a bunch of different events. Next week at Mike Hess Brewery in North Park, we're going to have a tap takeover, and then we're going to have our members-only barbecue at the end of July. So we have all kinds of cool stuff coming up. Check us out at SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com.
And this all goes back to what we were talking about before with Veronica about, writing into your local congressperson, whatever the case may be. Get involved in San Diego County Gun Owners. That's what we're here for. Get involved, folks. We're the voice.
And come next Monday. Come next Monday down to the range when we're doing the event for Chris Kate and sign up at the same time with San Diego County Gun Owners. We can have a table.
Excellent.
Great chance to meet everyone.
And also get on your mailing list so they can stay on top of what's going on, because you guys are doing stuff 7 days a week.
That's right.
All right, kiddo. All right. Well, I tell you what, Lance, what a great show as always. Thank you very much for producing.
Yeah, my pleasure. I appreciate everybody involved.
Absolutely. And folks, please join San Diego County Gun Owners, because without your help, Mike and his team can't do for you what he wants to do.
Yep.
It's just that simple. And always support our advertisers, Gun Range San Diego, Trident, 511 Tactical, all the ones. If I missed any, I apologize. We'll get after you later.
Our buddy John at Green Can.
Oh, the Green Can, man.
Johnny, man, we love him.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, hey, I don't know. They got something on the air.
Yep. We're out, man.
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.